What's going on? My name is Gerard. I'm an exotic plant collector. I live with plants on the daily. I wake up in the morning breathing, eating, and sleeping them. I have a collection that I love to brag about on this channel, which is Gerard's Horticulture Culture. And I want to tell you really quickly, just to give you some tips to keep your plant alive during the winter. So if you're getting a plant now during the spring, during the summer, or maybe in the fall, early fall, and you see something from the grocery store or you see something from your local plant store that you want to bring inside, mainly this is for indoor plants inside. Now, for one, there's a variety of plants that will need different types of care, but mainly you have to think about where your plant is coming from. If you can find out the name of your plant, find out what's its origin, where its location, where it grew up at, where you can pick it up off the ground normally, mimic that area. Main thing, humidity, because humidity is a big killer of plants, especially when you're turning on your heating. Me, myself, when I turn on my heating, my humidity drops at least 30% to 40%, and it's almost like death to my plants. I can start seeing the unfurls and certain signs that they're just not happy whenever I'm turning on the heating button. So make sure you keep your humidity high. You have to know what your humidity is, so you have to get a gauge. You cannot guess this stuff. You can try let me just put it like this. After you've had your humidity gauge, you can see where you're at. I have two just to make sure, because I have an expensive collection. So if one's not working, I know the other one is. And I like to keep reference points just to make sure they're equal. And I have them in different places in my grow room, so I know exactly that kind of everything is kind of the same. So I'm really making sure that my humidity is straight. After you know your humidity, you can go up or down with humidifiers. You could do pebble trays. I don't know about those pebble trays. I just don't know how much humidity you're going to get from those pebble trays. So be careful when if you want to try a pebble tray, just keep it filled, but make sure you know the humidity of your house, because most of these plants, they'll be happy during the spring and the summer. But like I said, when you turn that heat on, it's a whole different story. Other than that, I really don't feed my plants. Sometimes I feed my plants, sometimes I don't, because nothing is changing. Like the climate, they don't know that it's snowing outside, because it's usually about 71 to 72 degrees in my grow room. And like I said, my humidity feels like it's a jungle in there. So that plant room is always a jungle. And if you can keep your house or your living space, wherever you have your plant, semi-jungle, you'll be in the sweet spot. Like, stay in that area. That's all you got to do. Just think, how can I make my living space similar to a jungle?